Football across Africa is reeling from a seismic ruling by FIFA. The disciplinary committee has found the South African Football Association, SAFA, guilty of fielding an ineligible player, Teboho Makona, in their March 2025 World Cup 2026 qualifier against Lesotho. The result, the match is forfeited in favor of Lesotho, 3-0. SAFA is fined CHF 10,000, and Makona receives a warning. This decision comes at a critical time. Nigeria and South Africa have now played both legs of their qualifiers. In September 2025, Nigeria drew 1-1 away in Bloemfontein. So, how does this infraction reshape the group dynamics, especially Nigeria's path to qualification? In this video, we break it all down: the ruling, the consequences, and what it means for the Super Eagles World Cup hopes. Because Nigeria and South Africa have already completed their direct encounters, the landscape of implications is more immediate and sharper. In their return fixture in Bloemfontein, September 2025, Nigeria managed a 1-1 draw. William Troost-Ekong unfortunately put through a known goal early on, and then Calvin Bassey equalized before halftime. The match ended goalless in the second half. This result left Nigeria still chasing in Group C, with South Africa remaining a step ahead. Let's look at the current standings and group setup. The group includes Nigeria, South Africa, Benin, Rwanda, Lesotho, Zimbabwe. Only the group winner qualifies directly for the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The runner-up must hope to be among the best second-place teams to reach the intercontinental playoffs. With the sanction now applied, South Africa lose 3 points and Lesotho are awarded the match 3-0. Before the sanction, South Africa were leading. After deduction, the standings shift. Benin and South Africa are tied on 14 points, with Nigeria trailing on 11 points, along with Rwanda, before the final matches. So, Nigeria cannot lean on a future match with South Africa to gain an edge. That ship has sailed. Instead, the Super Eagles must optimize the remaining fixtures and benefit from this ruling to claw back the lead. Let's dig into the sanction itself. On the 21st of March 2025, South Africa defeated Lesotho 2-0 on the field. But FIFA determined that Teboho Makona was ineligible to play because he had accumulated 2 yellow cards in previous Group C matches and should have been suspended. His participation violated Article 19 of the FIFA Disciplinary Code and Article 14 of the World Cup 2026 Preliminary Regulations. FIFA's decision: forfeit the match. Lesotho is awarded a 3-0 win, regardless of the on-pitch result. Deduct 3 points from South Africa. Fine SAFA CHF 10,000. Issue Makona a warning. The ruling was only recently published, triggering intense debate because the infraction was from March and the decision came many months later. This deduction has direct ramifications for the entire group, especially as Nigeria has now exhausted its matches with South Africa. With this sanction, Lesotho go from the losing side of that match to the official winner with a 3-0 score. On the pitch, Lesotho may have struggled. Off it, they've gained a pivotal lifeline. 3 points that seemed lost are now theirs. This could transform their mindset and standing in the group. For Nigeria, this means Lesotho can no longer be treated as a soft match. They now carry weight in the group table. Their remaining matches could influence who finishes first and who misses out. Since the Nigeria vs South Africa fixtures are done, Nigeria's path forward is more narrow and urgent. Let's break down the implications, chances, and strategies. 1. No more direct confrontation with South Africa. Nigeria cannot now shift the balance through head-to-head matches with South Africa. They're behind, and that cannot change. Their draw in Bloemfontein was the final meeting. With South Africa's deduction, Nigeria must hope to outpace them in the remaining fixtures. 2. Revised group dynamics. Before the ruling, Nigeria's route demanded a victory over South Africa to stay competitive. Now that they didn't win it, all emphasis shifts to remaining matches, especially against Lesotho and Benin, but also on hoping South Africa drop points. After sanction, Benin and South Africa share 14 points. Nigeria stands at 11 points, tied with Rwanda. So Nigeria's margin for error is 0. They need maximum points from all their remaining matches. 3. Remaining fixtures, Nigeria's path. Looking ahead, before sanction, these were the known scenarios. Nigeria must beat Lesotho away and Benin at home. They must also rely on South Africa dropping points in their final fixtures, against Zimbabwe and Rwanda. Because South Africa have lost 3 points, their position is less comfortable. Any slip from them becomes a golden opportunity for Nigeria. 4. Psychological edge and amp pressure. Nigeria now have the moral high ground, while South Africa are dealing with backlash and distraction over the sanction. The Super Eagles can stay laser focused on winning games. The pressure is squarely on South Africa not to slip further. But Nigeria have no room for missteps. A draw or loss in any of their remaining matches could render this advantage meaningless. 5. Tiebreakers and amp goal difference. If Nigeria can equal South Africa or Benin on points, tiebreakers may come into play, goal difference, head to head, etc. Nigeria must do more than just win, they must win convincingly. Also, the sanction may tighten the race with Benin also in contention. Nigeria must keep an eye on how Benin perform and ensure they don't get leapfrogged on goal difference or other criteria. 6. Realistic scenarios. Best case, Nigeria wins both remaining matches, South Africa drop at least one, and Nigeria leapfrog them. Next best, Nigeria finishes second and qualifies via the playoff route, if they rank among the top runners-up. Worst case, Nigeria drops points or South Africa remain perfect, then Nigeria misses out. Because Nigeria lost their chance in direct confrontation, the sanction gives them a lifeline, but only if exploited fully. The decision has sparked heated reactions. South African media and fans are in uproar. SAFA admits error, but critics question how a top federation could mismanage eligibility at the highest level. Lesotho supporters rejoice. What seemed impossible is now possible. Nigerian fans are cautiously optimistic the sanction gives a boost, but the road remains steep. Football analysts have debated FIFA's long delay, consistency in enforcement, and implications for CAF qualification fairness. Some argue the delayed ruling compromises competitive integrity, because teams have played subsequent fixtures not knowing the points could be adjusted. Others counter, rules must be enforced, even if belatedly. South Africa have a 10-day window to request a motivated decision or appeal. The forfeiture stays in effect unless reversed, but appeals against such rulings rarely succeed. Lesotho will seek to capitalize on their bonus victory, pushing hard in their remaining games. For Nigeria, the mission is clear: earn every point left, and hope the stars, and South Africa's results, align. FIFA's sanction of South Africa is a dramatic, disruptive event in the Group C race. Because Nigeria and South Africa have already played both legs, Nigeria cannot rely on new head-to-head results. The clock is now fully on the remaining fixtures. South Africa lose 3 points, dropping them into a more vulnerable position. Lesotho win a match they lost on the field, adding weight to their status in the group. Nigeria's direct games with South Africa are done, but the sanction gives Nigeria renewed hope. The Super Eagles must approach their remaining matches as do-or-die affairs. There is no margin for error. If they win both, and South Africa slip even once, Nigeria could still emerge on top. This is a moment of high stakes. For Nigerian fans hoping to see their team in the 2026 World Cup, the path is clearer but more urgent than ever.